This is going to be an extremely busy month. I have to watch 104 soccer games, follow the pregame, the postgame, yell useless opinions at the TV. It's a lot. So I knew that when it comes to screening for colon cancer, the choice was clear. The Cologuard Plus test. It can be used at home and can only take 15 minutes, so I can do it during halftime and not miss any action. If you are 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a prescription at Cologuard.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Your prices are going to drop like a rock.
Yeah, and they have. And you only have to find that out by going to the gas pump. And you can find that out. You'll see it, but you're not going to hear it on the news, right? You won't hear it on the news. In the run-up to Memorial Day, and in May, gas prices peaked at about $4.59, I think was the national average. And I swear, you thought it was more expensive than gold when you watched the news. And they were trying to scare everybody and make them cancel their Memorial Day plans. It's going to be way too expensive, way too expensive. I was astounded by it. I mean, I remember gas prices $5.50 under Joe Biden in the summer of 2022. I also remember in 2022, everybody was consumed, or at least the media was. Everybody wasn't. January 6 investigations. He did not pay one point of a price himself in popularity or anything for gas prices. He was insulated from all of that. Anyway, they were just pounding the drum all the time about gas prices. President Trump, now they are back down and they're going lower. Oil, what was oil? Like less than $80 a gallon? Now, I'm not exactly the commodities expert, but this is very, very good. And there is an information blackout. The only where you get that information is, conservative talk radio, Wall Street Journal. They'll never say that President Trump had anything to do with it. Fox News is too busy making fun of Joy Behar on The View. Right there, it's really interesting to see. He talked about it last night at that great big speech. That I don't think it was like the most promoted event. Who's going to this America State Fair? I actually really want to go. I would love to go. Number one, I think it's it's not going to be mobbed. It's not going to be like Operation Sail in 1976. Anybody remember that? I mean, New York Harbor and what happened here. It was beautiful. It was over the top and appropriately so. Everybody was wearing red, white, and blue, or dressing up like a colonial person, and it was so much fun. And all ages, kids. Well, the kids then are now well into adulthood today, and we remember. And finally, I think people are kind of getting into it, thanks to President Trump's leadership on the thing. I mean, sometimes somebody told me once, you got to make your own fun sometimes. You got to make your own fun. And also, you've heard this before, be the change that you want. If it's not happening, don't wait around for somebody else to do something about it. Just do it. Oh, and that does remind me about my friend Bill Stevenson. I'm getting really discouraged right now. I have not been able to talk to him. He's in jail. I don't think he's getting good advice. And Bill, let's face it, you know who I'm talking about, right? The ex-husband of Jill Biden, who came out against the Bidens very, very strong. Very strong. He did it gently at first. He did it totally gently. He said, look, people make mistakes, but when they say they met on a blind date, that is not true. This is how they met. I was married to Jill. She started seeing Joe behind my back. That's how they met, just so you know. And I'm not saying he got to vote against Joe Biden or for Joe Biden. In fact, Bill Stevenson, I think, gave Joe Biden money in 2019. He leaned left at the time. And but then he thought more about it, and he realized, Joe Biden came after me and tried to put me in jail. And they did. They put that man in jail in the 80s and again in the 90s because he embarrassed them. And when I finally put that all together, I was so honored to have him on all my shows and here many times. And I thought, I'm going to do whatever I can to get this man a pardon if President Trump wins. And I made good on my word. I went and I asked. I made a pitch to the administration, and guess what? The administration said, it's a great idea. And the wheels were in motion to get Bill Stevenson a pardon for some bogus tax conviction involving $400, by the way. $400. And why Joe Biden went after Bill so hard is because Bill kept everything in the divorce. And Jill Biden just mentioned that in her own book. In her brand new book, she's still angry at Bill. It's just so wild. It's so wild. So he's in jail right now. I can't talk to him. I talked to one of his associates. I'm just not impressed with some of the people. Some people around him are great, but some people around him have no idea what the hell they're doing or what they're up against. It's a lesson in life. Bill is always telling me about all the friends he has. He's got 5,000 friends. Yeah, on Facebook. On Facebook. Where the hell are they now? This is his hour of need, and he is pretty much on his own. He's got one solid person in his corner, but they're not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, and the good lawyers, I don't blame them one bit. They need money, and in fact, you want a lawyer who is being paid money. You don't want some guy volunteering, because when volunteers they come and go as they please. They make their own schedule. They feel like, I'm doing this person a big favor. I don't have to, they just don't have anything. You got to get money on the table. So I want to play you something, if you don't mind, Bill Stevenson. Now, I'll get into the whole thing with these crazy socialists, which the more I think about it and the more I see Democrats, somewhat mainstream Democrats. I mean, mainstream. Is there any such thing as a mainstream Democrat anymore? I mean, the whole damn party likes direct time story hour for children and this gender mess.